Guys, it's Archon, and welcome to episode 3 of Archon Teaches You How to Play a Game He's Never Played Before. Today we have Antichamber. Antichamber is a game I've never played. This is my first time opening it, but I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about it so you can be an expert. Quick disclaimer, I have never played this game before, so it is likely that all of the information I give you here will be 0% accurate. Do not listen at all to this information if it's important to you. Let's go ahead and get started. So before I get into the game, I just want to tell you a little bit about the backstory of the game. Antichamber is a psychological game. It was actually invented as an anti-terrorism tactic against insurgents in Iraq. It didn't work too well. They didn't respond to it much, but it was a torture device. It really messes with your mind, and now it's become a popular video game. It's really very trippy. As you can see, this is the menu screen right here. It's a very philosophical game. We can see every journey is a series of choices. The first is to begin the journey. Very philosophical. You'll get like little tidbits here and there of philosophy while you're going through. So here's everything you need to know. Just shows you right there all the buttons you need. Shift to walk. You can jump. See, we're jumping there. And everything. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. You get started by clicking here, and this is gonna take us into the Antichamber. So it's not actually a chamber. It's the opposite of a chamber. So when you first start off, you want to jump this gap right here. You're just gonna jump this gap. It's a pretty easy gap to jump, but you don't want to make it. So make sure you don't make it. You want to get to the staircase right here. The alternate way up there is a little bit harder. This is kind of the noob-friendly way. Now there's these little specks all over the glass panes in the game, and don't worry about those. You'll get insecticide later on that helps you with that. You just want to kind of inspect it, make sure it's looking good. You see our destination. That's the end right there. Now you can't get to the end yet, so we have to go this way. I just wanted to show you that door right there. So we're going to jump across here, but you don't want to make that either. You want to come down here, and this is really the best place to get started. This is a good starting room. We got this little peephole back here you can look through. There's not much to see there yet, but if you come through here, this is where it gets really interesting. This is the laser tag arena, and laser tag's a mini game within Antichamber. And you come over here. This will tell you where to go. You can click here if you want to, and it gives you some more of that philosophy like I was talking about. Some paths are clearer than others. It doesn't mean anything. Don't listen to it. It's just trying to distract you. As you can see here, an arrow is forming. These were some of the things that really messed with the minds of the insurgents when it was used for anti-terrorism purposes. So we're just going to follow the arrows. All the arrows will tell you where to go. They're true. Now we have a choice between red and blue. You always want to choose red. So red will go down. We're trying to go deeper into the basement here. So here we go. Like I said, we can click here if we want to. We get another little quote. A choice may be as simple as going left or right, and that's the choice we have. So like I said, always choose red. We'll just keep going. And sometimes it takes a while to get where you want to go. Yes, this is again, we're in the same spot now. That's kind of weird, right? You'd think that since we went down, we'd be in a different spot. That happens sometimes. So this is one of those rare exceptions. We're going to take blue instead. So we're going right this time. That's these little things. They give you tips sometimes. So we're going to click on this, and it's going to tell us that the choice doesn't matter if the outcome is the same. But yeah, as you can see, that's kind of trying to tell us it doesn't matter what we did. We had the choice to go left or right, but it doesn't care. So like you said, always go red. Always go red. We're going to keep going down deeper. Don't just ignore those signs. They're trying to mislead you. You're doing fine. Sometimes it takes a while to get to where you're going, but you'll get there. You just keep going red. Don't let the signs trick you into thinking that you're doing the wrong thing. This is exactly where you want to be going. We're doing just fine here. Eventually the signs are going to give up and trying to deter us, and they'll recognize that we're doing the right thing. This is the biggest mistake that noobs make here, is that they stop going red and they start going blue. So let me show you what would happen if we were going to be like a noob at this game and we were going to be like, oh yeah, I don't want to go red anymore, I'm going to go blue. As you can see, it still doesn't matter. But now we're going back up, and we don't want to go up. So same thing's going to happen. Sometimes you just keep going around. Now some people at this point, they get a little frustrated and they feel like they're just doing the same thing over and over again, and so they try something new, like they try to go backwards. So let me just show you what happens when you go backwards. You get to this green door here, And this is a place you don't want to be. But I'll just show you how to beat this area if you get here. Again, you want to keep going red, like I said. I would not have steered you wrong. So this is a laser. Now, if you walk through the laser, it opens the door. So that's what you want to do. You want to walk through the laser, and that will do what you want it to do. So here it's telling us to press escape. So we're going to listen to it, and that takes us right back here. So sometimes the signs are misleading. Now, I was just showing you what you don't want to do. So that'll take you right back to the menu screen. Sometimes you want to go there. Now here it's telling you to walk. If you hold shift, you can walk. And that actually makes a staircase form right there. As you can see, sometimes these letters very trusting. Listen to those letters. And here we go. We have a baby. You click on the baby. It says taking the first step can be harder than the rest of the challenge. That doesn't mean anything. Don't listen to that sign. This looks like a wall, but we can actually go into it, and you can see it's not a wall at all. And we have this is going to tell us how to break walls. A dead end will only stop you if you don't try to move through it. So you can go through any dead end, is what it's trying to say. Here you can fly. Now we haven't found the fly command yet, so we're not going to be able to fly here. We're going to have to. It's kind of like Metroid. You go around, you collect different weapons and such, and that unlocks different powers. But let me just show you what happens if you try to fly and you don't have the fly power yet. You fall. You fall down here. So that's why you don't want to make that jump. And now we have the green and the blue. Again, we don't like blue. We're always going green. Anytime we can go green, we go green. And you can see this dead ends will only try to stop you if you don't try to walk through it. So you could walk through this. It's a little bit tricky if you haven't gotten this far before. So we're just going to go the easy route and go blue. This is a little bit easier. It's not the preferred method, but I just want to make sure I'm showing you all the options. And here you can see it's kind of hard to tell what this is doing right now. And I could get into it, but it's kind of advanced. This laser right here, when it's open, then that door's open there. So see, now you can go through. It's kind of hard to understand. You just gotta just know to stand in the laser for a while. Then it's open. We have a mountain here. It's going to tell us the path of least resistance is a valid option. That's kind of obvious. Again, the signs are just a bunch of jerks. You don't really need to worry about them. And here we can use these stairs if we want to by going into this anti-gravity field. This is gonna we just got to get into here, and then we can flip gravity around if we want to. But I want to show you what's over here first before we get into that upside down staircase. This over here, it's a glass panel, and it just allows you to look. You can just look. You can't go there, but you can look at the next part of the level. This has some good insight as to what you might want to be looking for later on. But this right here is a secret pathway. It's kind of hard to see the first time. You can actually just walk right around that glass pane. So a lot of people get stuck there, but don't worry. There's another upside down staircase. I'll show you how to get there in a second. But first we're going to read the sign. Some paths are straightforward. Again, they're just being jerks. They're telling you things you already know just to mess with you. So this one, if you just walk here, then you fall. You fall right down. And this is an elevator. And you can't really tell if you're going up or down in the elevator. But if you come over here, there's another sign. And it's also, life is a way of pushing us in the right direction. It doesn't mean anything. There's just little, they just added it. Again, like I said, this was for anti-terrorism, and it's really going to make you, we wanted to fall down here. Again, we're trying to get as low as we can. There's that door we can look out. And we're back to the laser tag arena. Again, this is a great place for honing your laser tag skills. But we don't really need to do this anymore. So we're gonna go back out. Now normally you would choose red there, but we're gonna go through the rainbow caves again, because I want to show you that upside down staircase. So we come over here. That laser closes that door, of course, and of course we wanna go back to the menu and make sure everything's good here. Okay, we can see we get all the signs here. It's just to drive us crazy. Part of this game is to just stay sane. If you pay too much attention to the signs, you're going to go crazy. You're not going to be able to stop. And so now we can choose to go anywhere we want from here. You can see we can go to the stairway to heaven if we want to. And I can show you that area once more. The stairway to heaven, it's kind of complicated how you get up here. But I'll try to explain it to you. there's a elevator right here. You don't see it when you first come here, but if you jump on it, then you go down, and you can keep jumping on it, and you can get pushed up to here, and then it's not always easy to do. I'm just kind of showing you how you might struggle with it your first time, so you can avoid some of the pitfalls that other players find. You can see up here a little bit, and then you can just jump right up there. So it's just like a trampoline right on the ground, disguised as a path that you can't go into. Now here, you can't actually go in here. This is just another peephole. Let you look through there. Very pretty level in there. It's again just something to drive you crazy. It's like, look at this. Don't you wish you could play in the pretty part of the level, but you can't yet. And now you better talk to us, or we're gonna cause you to keep playing Antichamber. What looks out of reach may only be a few steps away. So that's, again, it's just trying to mess with us. It's not really a few steps away. We have the upside down staircase here. We could take that path if we wanted to. You can always walk, and that doesn't do anything, but it's good to practice to walking. And you can jump up and down here a few times. That's not going to do much. But when you go back down here, you'll notice that it doesn't let you. This thing comes up, and now you can see we can walk down this pathway here, and it just keeps going until we're right back to where we were before, and then that thing's gone. But now if we go over this way, you'll notice we can still go back into here, and we can look through this window again. Now everything might seem like it was before. Some paths are straightforward, but it's a little bit different now that we've gone through the stairway of heaven. We're going to come down this elevator here. It's going to take us to where we want to go. Now you see it brings us back up here. Now it's going to try to make us go here, but we don't want to go here. We want to use this as a trampoline, like I said before. And we're just going to get right back up to that entrance there. You can see every time you go a little bit higher. Just want to keep doing this. This next time we should get it. And you can come right back up here, and then you can go right back down. It looked like we wanted to get out that time, but we don't. We want to keep going down here, because that's the entrance right there. You don't have too many choices here, but that's where you're looking to go. And this is just it's just gonna keep going for a while. You gotta time that jump right. I want to show you what happens if you don't time the jump right. It doesn't work very well. So right when it gets to the spot where you want to jump, you've got to jump there, and you can get right back out, and you'll see it's gonna be a lot better this time. See, now you can see we're right where we were before. Everything looks the same. Looks like nothing changed. Don't listen to the signs, once again. Sometimes you gotta backtrack a few times. That's part of this game. Now these, when you stand in front of these lasers, different things happen. This one creates the world. Just as a reminder of what the world might look like from the outside. This laser here, as you can tell, also creates the world. Now don't get fooled here. The world it's not actually there, but you can see it opens that door over there when we stand in the right spot. But first you have to face this way. You open the world, and then you can see the door over there becomes open, and you can jump up and down here. You see it doesn't do much. So then we go to now when we go over here, that's open. So that's how you get past that part. But again, we had to do the elevator jumpy thing first. If you don't do the elevator jumpy thing, that laser won't work. Taking one path often means missing out on another. That's just trying to get in your head again. Don't worry about it. You take as many paths as you want. You're not really missing out. It's again, terrorism tactics. Let's go ahead and look in here. You can't go in there, but you can look inside. You can see it looks a little bit different from here. And this is a fun house. This is a fun house mirror. It makes things look a little bit different. It's not actually part of the game. It's just a little fun side game you can do. And that's the end of the fun house. And you see here we are. We're right back where we started. But don't get discouraged there, because this time, if you want to, you can make the jump, or if you want to, you can keep falling down. And then we get back to this room here. Now you want to make sure to periodically check back on the laser tag arena, because stuff does go down there, and you want to make sure everything's good. Okay, so laser tag arenas, nothing's going down. Kids sometimes they'll just get in there, and it's there's a little bit of management in this game too. You do have to make sure nothing's going wrong, and so again we're gonna escape back here, and we can kind of choose where we want to go. So we're gonna go ahead and choose the hidden secrets, where we were before, and you can see there the secrets are. We came down that stair there, and you can walk in here, jump up and down a few times. Again, this is just a fun house, so it's not part of the game. That's just up to you if you want to go in there. But now when we come back out here, nothing's changed, as you can see. Like I said, it's just a fun house. But we're gonna go back up these stairs. I want to show you one more thing before we complete the level. So when you take one path, you miss out on another. We know. I want to show you that once you come here, you can't go back. That's why I'm just gonna come back here to show you. This wall comes up after you walk through, and then you're stuck over here. So just know that because we took this path, we missed out on that path. Like I said, these signs offer a lot of wisdom. You should make sure you listen to them. You can see through here. That's where we want to go. We want to get into there, as you can see through the window here. The funhouse does make things a little confusing. We can click on that sign once we get over there, but we're not over there yet. So we're just going to go ahead. Sometimes if you just walk instead of running, it makes a big difference, but this is not one of those times, so don't bother trying to do that. The real key here is to ignore the funhouse. It's just trying to distract you, and it's really going to mislead you. But if you pay more attention to these windows here, it's really easy to see how you get over there. You see, all you have to really do is get past the windows. So you don't want to come into here all the way. You just want to come in part way. If you go too far, then you're gonna fall back to where you were before. And we've already done that enough times. So we just want to we just kind of want to walk around here a bit, make sure the funhouse is operational. Again, just like the laser tag arena, the funhouse is important that it's working correctly, and it is. So we're gonna come here. That's the end. Again, before we go there, we're just gonna do one final jump down here. You see, you can never be too safe. So we're just looking at the laser tag arena once more. Okay, laser tag arena is looking good. We can go check on the. Okay, red and blue look good. So we're gonna come back through here. Rainbow Cave. You remember this? It's good. It's good to kind of just get a refresh of the level. Later on in the game, you're gonna need to memorize a lot of this stuff. And so it's good sometimes to come back to the map and just look. Oh yeah, okay. So this is everything we've been doing. That right there is the end that we want to get to. That's why it's pinging, and that's kind of where we're going through. So we have the stairway to heaven. We did this. We connected the pieces. But sometimes it's good to just revisit these areas, make sure everything's still operational. Things will change throughout the game as you're playing them, just to screw with you. And so you have to, you want to check back sometimes. So what looks out of reach may only be a few steps away. So that's trying to tell us that this is only a few steps away, but it's not true. Don't listen to it. It's not really as good as it sounds. We're gonna walk down here, and as you can see, you can actually just walk up and down this staircase here. You see that? If you just hold shift, then you walk. Pro tip: saves you some time with jumping on the imaginary elevator. Does not work on the ceiling one. Now you can see the elevator that was here before. It's gone now. That's because it's because we couldn't see it. But now that we're here, we can see it again. We can just jump on this if we want to go down a little bit further. It's an alternate way to get down to where we're going. I also want to show you what happens when you don't time that jump very well, but you gotta make sure you're timing it well. And I'll let you get down to where you're going. You can see keep going down. There's some stuff down there you want to get to. It might seem like it's not working, but you just gotta do it a certain amount of times, and then we're gonna get down there. Look around, make sure you're not missing anything. This elevator has... A lot of people get stuck on this elevator, but it really where you want to be. And that's it. So that's what we did. So it doesn't look like much happened, but that's what we wanted to do there. That'll get us back to this area here. We got the door open again, and then the door closed again. So that you want to make sure when you pass through the first laser, you don't also pass through the second laser, or it closes the door. Now we can get back over here, and here we are again. So we try one path, we miss the other, of course, but that's still what we want to do. And now, because we went on that elevator, things are a lot different in the funhouse now. It's gonna make a big difference here, but I'm not ready to show you that yet. That's some advanced stuff. What we really want to do is we want to go back through the other door. You see things change a lot here, and you can well, I'll show you. It's better if I just show you than if I ruin the spoiler. So there's this other laser here, right there. That'll open that door. Come over here, and it says some paths are straightforward. So this is one of those paths. And as you see, it takes us to life has a way of pushing us in the right direction. So we're just getting pushed over here, and this looks a lot like the beginning of the level again. But we wouldn't want to be at the beginning of the level. This is stage 2 of that same level. It looks a lot like stage 1, but you don't, that would be forever staying on that first level for that long. So this is actually stage 2. It just looks really similar. And a lot of the features work the same way. That first level was like a tutorial, but now I'm going to show you how to actually get through the real first stage. Yeah, thank you. Congrats on stage 2. Someone says in chat. We're going to go through this door here. Hit escape, and now you can see we've collected a lot of markings. Those are like achievements, and then we already had this unlocked because we beat it on stage 1. We can just go wherever we want to. Go to Stairway to Heaven, or we can go to collecting the pieces. As you can see, there's arrows here. They're telling us we can go that way, but it's lying to us, of course. Here's the 2 paths we can take. So we go ahead and walk through these lasers. We're gonna go ahead and go through that door there. And some paths are straightforward. This is not one of them, of course. It's just trying to trick us. We want to make sure we're going the right way. So if you walk here instead of running, it's gonna take you to a slightly different area. Okay, it's gonna take you to this area right here, and then you're just gonna use the trampoline elevator. Just like before. Just keep jumping. If you're worried you're not getting anywhere, don't worry. You are. You just gotta keep jumping. See, we're going a lot higher now. Things are going well. Timing our jumps. Make sure when you're down here, you're looking around, seeing what there is to offer. Now the elevator's gonna slow down a bit if you miss your jump. So I just wanted to show you what happens if you miss the jump. You want to make sure you don't do that. Okay, that's where we came from, of course, but you want to keep jumping here. These trampoline elevators hold a lot of secrets. Okay, jumping's paying off. Jumping's paying off. Okay. Now I could keep jumping here. Now this part, I should say, it takes about 15 minutes. It's part of the game that really tests your patience, and one of the areas that was most effective against the insurgents. And because it would take me a while, it might be boring. Kind of watch me do this for 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and leave off the Archon teaches at this point. After this, it gets a lot more self-explanatory. I think I've taught you most of the basic features of the level. You should be an expert at this point, but make sure you spend at least 15 minutes jumping on this. That's just how long it takes to get down to the bottom. Very straightforward, but don't worry. This game's very complicated. After watching this tutorial, you're going to be a whiz at this game. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Archon Teaches You How to Play a Game he's never played before. If you have, please hit that subscribe button. I'll have another one for you next week.